Okay, good evening to all of you. Today we are going to study a very important topic of chemistry, that is elements, compound and mixture. This is the very basic topic of class 6 and 7, and they need to have a very clear idea about what is an element, what is a compound and what is a mixture. So this video of mine today is going to give a better idea about understanding what is an element, compound and mixture. We are going to acknowledge them with each of this term with different examples also. Okay. First of all, in chemistry, you all have learned that chemistry is when we study under this topic of elements, compound and mixture, we try to categorize it into pure substance and impure substance. Okay, under two of the topics, that is chemistry is being categorized into pure substance and impure substance. Now the elements and compounds which we are talking about falls under the categories of elements and compounds, fall under the category of pure substance, and mixture falls under the categories of impure substance. Okay, mixtures. Mixtures. Now, generally, when we talk about elements, compound, and mixture, we try to explain each of our students with some examples. Okay, for example, if I write here hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, I am taking the symbol. Elements generally is represented by symbol. So, H is a symbol of hydrogen, N is a symbol of nitrogen, O is a symbol of oxygen, and C is a symbol of carbon elements. When we talk about compounds, we have molecular formula, okay, or chemical formula for compounds. For example, H2O. This is water. H2O. NaCl. Common salt. NaCl. Sodium chloride. Common salt. When we talk about mixtures, we talk about a solution. Let it be a sugar solution or salt solution. Okay, you can categorize mixtures into different type, like solution of salt plus sugar or iron and sulfur. So these is first of all is an example we have brought here. So elements have symbols, compounds have molecular formula or chemical formula. Mixtures do not have any of those representation or we are going to do. It's just a mixture, it is a pure substance. Okay. Now I am going to define what is an element. Generally, elements are pure substance okay, they are made up of similar kinds of atoms, okay, similar kind of atoms, and they cannot be broken down into simpler substance by physical or chemical means. They cannot be broken down into simpler substance by physical or chemical means. Okay, so elements are generally pure substance made up of similar kind of atoms They cannot be broken down into single substance by physical or chemical means. Generally, when we talk about elements, there are about 118 elements known to us. You can see the periodic table. Actually, it is made up of 118 elements we have known so far, of which some of them are naturally occurring and some of them are man-made. Okay, elements. Generally, when we talk about elements, the most important elements that comes into our mind, for examples, are hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen. Okay, and elements are generally represented by symbols. So elements are generally represented by symbols. Okay, they are generally represented by symbols. Generally, when we write about the symbols of an element, it is always written in a capital letter. Okay, I will help you out how we write the symbols of elements. Ele- Elements are generally represented by symbol. So first of all, you will see that H for hydrogen, C for carbon. Now these letters are generally capital letters. They are always written the first letters of any elements. The symbol is always written in capital letter. For example, now if I take Ca, the C is written capital, A is written as small, and it is a symbol of an element calcium. Okay. Same way, if I take one more, CO, C capital, O small, it is a symbol of cobalt. Okay. Same way, Zn is a symbol of an element zinc. There are other categories also which falls in, like Na, N capital, A small. This is the symbol of sodium. Now here, actually we take the Latin name of the sodium, which is natrium. Natrium. The Latin name we take. So there are some of the elements whose representation, whose symbols are taken from its Latin name. For example, some of them more are like iron, if you know. Iron is generally written as Fe. Latin name of it is ferrum. Ferrum. It is its Latin name. Same way you can go for gold, is an element whose representation is A capital, U small, and its Latin name is aurum. So there are different categories or by which we write the symbol of an elements. Okay, this is very important to learn how we write the symbols of the elements. Though my experience as a teacher, I have found out that many students in class 6 and 7 make mistakes in writing the symbols. They generally write Ca as both as capital. Sometimes when they write as a symbol of some of the elements, they generally make mistakes, or some of the compounds name. They generally make mistakes by writing all of them either as a capital letter or all of them as a small letter. So this has to be given as an idea that the first letters of any elements are written as a capital, the second one as a small letter. If we are taking it as a Latin name, then also the first letters of any element symbol is always written as capital letter, and the second letter of any element's symbol is written as small letter.